Alright, cheers vinyl community. Alright, I made it to 300 subscribers. Thank you so much. Now that I've made this video, I'm going to post it up and people are going to go unsubscribe. They're like, screw you, Ty. I'm going to take you out of this 300 subscriber category. But, nonetheless, thank you so much for the supporters. I'm probably over enthusiastic right now, but you know, that's what happens when I drink 2 cups of coffee. So, on my second cup. Just bring it down. Alright, so I really never expected this whole thing just started for fun. I had seen some really good vinyl channels that are still awesome. I enjoy to watch. And really, I was like, well, you know, I love vinyl. That'd be cool to have a channel. Like, I know I can figure out some editing stuff. I don't really have a camera. I do all this on my cell phone, so that's what I came to the low budget vinyl channel. That it's more of a just low budget. Put my videos out there. And you guys have been giving support, and it's super awesome. So thank you so much. So I figured I'd talk about maybe like 3 albums that have been pretty stoked that came out this year, whether they're new or a reissue or whatnot. And maybe 4 albums. The one, I'll talk about what I'm playing right now. Hopefully the video doesn't get flagged. But, man, this album, I got this a while back. Tony Williams Lifetime. The Tony Williams Lifetime, I think that's the band. And the album's called Turn It Over. Or it's the album is Lifetime, and it's Tony Williams. Yeah, I think it's Tony Williams Lifetime. The album's called Turn It Over. That's what I'm claiming. But killer album, and it's got John McLaughlin on guitar, Jack Bruce, some killer musicians, obviously, but the drumming is freaking next level, and it's a trippy album. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. It's a really good album. Super trippy. Not what I really didn't think to check out Tony Williams' solo stuff a while back. I didn't really know he had solo stuff. His work he already did with Miles Davis and other people has already pretty much cemented his name in stone as far as being a legend. But so my drummer Chris, who plays in my blues band, is like, oh, have you heard of, he is the one who mentioned, have you heard of Tony Williams' solo stuff? It's fucking out there. It's really great. He was kind of hinting that Tony Williams was already doing kind of trippy shit before a lot of other people were doing trippy shit. I had no idea. So I had, keep an eye out. Found this one. There's one he recommended, which is not the one. But it's around this time. So I still need to get the other one. I can't remember the name right now, but looking forward to finally finding that. But I found this one in the wild. I got it for $10. Little, pretty good deal, realistically. It's a really good condition. But got it a couple months back. Listened to it a few times. And I've been trying to just go through. I try and hold back on buying right now. Don't get me wrong, I've been going every now and then getting like 1 or 2 here and there. But I've been trying to hold back and just really go through what it's like my new arrival section. I have stuff that I have a new arrival section. Once it's listened to at least a handful of times, I move it out of there and put it into whatever, however. I might categorize it kind of, I don't have an alphabetical order, but I have categories like metal and grunge and thrash all together, and then punk in the 80s. And then the shelf below that is a bunch of shredder guitar players into jazz fusion and Jeff Beck and Mahavishnu Orchestra and Pat Metheny and stuff like that. So it starts off like the shredders, works its way into more mellow shredders, into like kind of just the people that are known for just guitar, even though I consider every guitar player in my collection a shredder. And for me, an amazing guitar player isn't about being notey, just about being yourself and having a distinct style to where for example, Carlos Santana. I don't even have one Carlos Santana album in my collection yet. Love Is Playing, though. I need to get some of his albums, and I will. But I've heard his playing enough to where as soon as I hear it, I know it's him. And that's without even having any of his records. Now I have some of his stuff on CD, just nothing on vinyl yet. So, and like Tony Iommi, Black Sabbath, without even hearing any leads, just a riff, right away. Not even hearing Ozzy, just hearing Black Sabbath the music, you're like, I'm pretty sure we know. But even if you don't listen to Black Sabbath that much, and you ask the person, who do you think this is? I'm pretty sure it's Black Sabbath. You're right. I mean, it's so distinct. So, I'm totally going off topic here, but Tony Williams, this shit's super badass. And my point was about shredders. They're all badass. It just doesn't really, just your style and your tone standing out is what really matters to me. So, this Tony Williams album, super good. Definitely check it out. And I'm already going too long here. Cheers. 300 subscribers. I'm just blown away. And now, you guys like, well, Ty, you better. You have like 300 episodes. But in all realness, it's super awesome. I've found out about a bunch of other new channels that are super awesome. And if you know, go follow them all. They're all super awesome. If you enjoy the person, the personality, and their channel, go give a subscribe and be supportive and positive and all that good stuff. But the other thing is, kind of made some friendships. Haven't met too many people. I haven't met any of these people in person, but definitely on a friendship level through the screen and gone on these live streams. Really met some cool people, and then also the best is sharing the knowledge of all the different music that people have heard of that I haven't, and that's, I think, my biggest. If I would tell you like the main reason to get on YouTube and maybe throw some videos, if you collect vinyl, even if you're not like I'm not, trying to be on YouTube, it's kind of cool just to throw some videos up there because you're gonna get some support. But the cool thing is, even if just get on there and go follow channels, you're gonna find out a lot of cool music regardless. But I feel like even starting your own channel, you start trading even more by getting entrenched a little bit deeper in the game. But it's that's what I think the biggest benefit is, the friendship, and then second, the second biggest benefit of joining the vinyl community or getting into it and watching all these videos, just finding out about a lot of stuff, new music that you haven't heard of. And then the cool thing is, like, you can go and look up the website, find these websites where they're announcing these new albums that are coming out. But the cool thing about, like, JC, the Flipside Community, go follow his channel. He's one of the first people to subscribe to my channel. He's super supportive, but his videos are awesome. Super great YouTube channel. I was watching him for a while before I even put my first video. But he does these neat videos where he announces what's coming out. So a lot of times, the reason I knew like DRI was coming out on reissue on vinyl was because of JC. This has happened with a handful of albums that I've gotten because of him letting me know they're going to be available. And the thing right now is sometimes these things are available for about, just depends, but it's like a year you have this opportunity to get them. Sometimes shorter than that. And then they're kind of hard to get and the price goes up, like with Alice in Chains. Those have shot up the roof on the price. So anyways, I'm going to show a couple more of these albums because this is all, I was going to talk about 3 albums. So staying on that Alice in Chains topic, that's one of the albums I wanted to point out this year. This came out, this is a new album. This is their debut album, Man on the Box. The whole album is fire. But this was, I had never seen it on vinyl. There was some that they printed back in the day. Supposedly don't sound the best, but they reissued this out this last year. Fucking sounds killer. It is a double LP. I wish it was a gatefold, but it's not. But I think what's important about this album is the whole thing's good. Lyric-wise, drum, bass playing. But for us guitar nerds, if you think about it, you know how John 5 gets a lot of credit for mixing a lot of these country riffs with metal, doing some chicken picking. Jerry Cantrell really wasn't doing too much chicken picking, but he was incorporating a lot of those, it's almost country riffs turned grunge. Now, Eddie Van Halen was doing some country licks in his playing, but that's more old school. As far as grunge and my generation, this is like the first time where I was killer guitar playing, but really it was my introduction to some like country riffs that he sneaks in there. Country guitar riffs, not like contemporary country music. Just if you listen closely and you hear it, it's like blues, some country licks. His playing is very distinct, but his solos, Jerry Cantrell, he's a guitar player you can listen to every day and never get bored of. And his playing isn't really notey, even though he could shred all day long if he wants to. But they said, I can't remember who said this. It was like Dimebag or Randy Rhoads, one of the legends. But they're saying, I mean, I might even been Ozzy Osbourne telling Randy Rhoads in the studio about a good solo is a solo you can hum afterwards, or it's stuck in your head. And I agree with that. I strongly agree. I agree with that. It's a good point. And Jerry Cantrell's solos. Dun, 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 down, 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 down. That's how it flows to me, stick in your head. So, anyways, kind of totally different genre here. But this came out. Now, again, this was a reissue, but it came out on this UHQR. This was my first UHQR in my collection. I wish I would have got the Jethro Tull, because when it came out, I could have got it for normal price, and now it's out of my budget big time. So I won't be getting that. I definitely I have an original Aqualung, but I need to get a reissued because mine's pretty beat up. It's one of my first albums I bought in my collection back in the day. But this came out. This sounds great. If they still have some left, get this shit. If this is in your budget, it's in the triple digits. It's $100. But this is going to go up. Once this sells out, this is going to go up. Let's scoot over a little bit here. This is going to go up to like $500. So regardless, get it now, listen to it, and then sell it for more money in the future and profit a little bit, and you had it, and go buy the mono pressing for $20. Regardless, if you can get your hands on one of these right now, do it. I mean, I pre-ordered mine. It seemed like it took forever. I think I was just, waiting for something like this. Just, it's kind of like torture. But finally getting it and listening to it, super glad I ordered it. And I also have the original master recording version. Sounds great, super bassy, but this is on one album. It's a 33 RPM, which is super rad, like the original one, on a clear vinyl, but it's this vinyl that sound that has no surface noise. It is pretty trippy. For my system, which is not even high-end system at all, you put the needle down and you like barely hear it. It was almost like you were playing a CD as far as surface noise-wise, but the tone was the vinyl. So anyways, the last grand finale, the third album that I was super excited about coming out this year was Pat Metheny's new album. And even though it's some old songs he's doing live, I think there are some that are new songs. I'm a huge Pat Metheny fan. It's one of those things to where I hadn't listened to him for a while. And this happens when you got so many albums. You just going through, find out new stuff, you get into that heavily, listen to that for like a whole year while you're mixing in the old stuff. Just depends, and you find like, I really want to hear, like, wow, I really want to hear some Deep Purple the other night. I haven't listened to Deep Purple in a long time. And then Patrick's live stream, he was playing the album I just put on a couple days before that. Super strange, but super awesome. So this came out in October. Super good. It's a live album, so technically this is kind of, I have the Pat Metheny live one on ECM from back in the day. That's a killer album. It's a double LP. You can usually find that one for a fairly good deal. But this is him with a new group of people. Lyle Mays passed away a few years back. Super sad. He was a legend. And I have one of his solo albums, and it's mind-boggling good. Like, no duds. I say that word, no dub, and I'm just being real, like, he wrote killer music with Pat Metheny. So his solo album's just good, and Pat Metheny even co-produced it and plays on it. So get that if you can. But this came out. You can still get this for a good deal. It is a double LP, but it's on killer 180 gram vinyl. These musicians he has James Francis on organ, piano, and synths, and then Marcus Gilmore on drums. And these dudes are rippers. And like, it's cool. It looks like they're younger cats compared to Pat. Pat's pretty old. These dudes look younger than me. So I feel like these late 20s, early 30s. I have no idea, but these two guys are murdering it on this album. The drums and the keyboards and the stuff. So go check it out. All right. Try to keep this under 15 minutes, guys. Thank you for all the support on the 300 subscribers. I think I might do a contest thing. I've only participated, let's be real here, in like 2 contests. So I wouldn't expect that many in return if I do, but it'd be fun just to post something to see if people are down. And if you guys aren't, I still love you just the same. Because the contest reason I don't dislike them, I actually love watching them. Sometimes like, I'm going to do it. I'm so fucking busy with stuff that by the time I'm going to do it, then it's already over. And so I'm one of those people, like, if I feel like it's homework, I'm like, oh, then it gets even more taking longer to handle. But I highly advise being supportive. At least go comment on some of these contest videos, and if you can, definitely film one. But, get that push to 1 million subs, you know what I mean? Yeah, if we get that, I'll give you $35 gift certificate for Amazon. All right, guys. Totally kidding with that one. But either way, it's super cool to even get to 300. I think I said 300 probably like more than 10 times. So stay positive, play lots of Vinyl, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.